We are excited. We are 1 hour away from starting on our slow travel journey. And this is the culmination of 2 years of planning, two years of saving, 2 years of negotiating, dreaming, and looking at places where we could go, what we can do, what we can eat. And here in the last 2 weeks, we've had to take care of the practical things. And today we're going to discuss the 5 things that you must do before you leave home. I am Mike.
And I'm Sue, and this is Phase 2 Travel.
So the first thing that we need to talk about is the house. And this is something that concerns all slow travelers. We're not ready to sell. And we thought we were going to have our daughter staying with us. That did not happen. So instead, we went to Phase 2 on this. And Sue will talk about how we're going to do this.
So we were all excited to have our daughter live here, and it's a long story and we won't get into it. But basically, and then we talked about renting, we talked about lots of things. But when our daughter told us, it was kind of last minute. So we already kind of had this plan. And so we talked about renting, but ultimately what we decided is the house is going to sit, and we have a friend who is coming and going and taking care of the house. And we have the best handyman in the world that's going to take care of the yard and all those things. But we also decided to make that financially less. We're going to go ahead and pay off the house. So that's coming, but we are leaving the house. So that's like a big deal.
Yeah, and we did take some precautions.
Right.
We put in some floodlights. I'm sure our neighbors are happy. They have them too, actually.
Yeah.
So they're going to get to see our floodlights. And also we've put in cameras that will cover all of the house. And like Sue said, we have a good friend coming to make sure that everything that we don't get a leak. We're going to turn off the washing machine, unplug all the different things, I guess. And also we're going to turn the house up to 81 degrees. And that was recommended for where we live in Texas. So we are taking precautions. Yes, it's going to be a hit financially for us, but we think ultimately this is going to be for the best.
And then I guess the other consideration with this was we're going to be gone for a long time. And I know that when it comes time to be home, we're going to want to be home. Our own bed, maybe not more important to me than to Mike.
Well, I think you're forgetting the most important aspect here.
Which is?
We're having a grandbaby.
We are. This is true. We want to come home and see the grandbaby.
Right.
And all along, that was like the number one thing. My mom, and if we're going to have a grandbaby, and our youngest daughter pulled a snafu, and now we're so excited. We're so excited, and we'll be home for all of that. So,
right.
Yeah.
And closely related to the house, and something we didn't think about until really here in the last week, and that is, what about our mail?
So the last 2 weeks have been crazy. I'm just going to tell you. And my friend who's going to be taking care of the house, which is awesome. And apparently my daughter knew about this too. She's been doing it for years. I didn't know about informed delivery. And so crazy. So I get online. I say I want informed delivery. By the way, it's free. And you have to verify your address either by email or by mail. And ours came just in time. So it came yesterday. I got online. There's an app for the United States Post Office, and I get a picture of everything that's coming in the mail. We do have an important retirement check that's coming, so I want to be able to see that. And then, like I said, our friend is going to take care of things. Yeah, but that is the cool. There's an app for the United States Post Office.
And we were so excited to tell our daughters last night, and they were just like, we've done that for years.
Dad, we've been doing that for years.
We had never heard of it. So if you don't have, this is what you want to do.
And you can have it forever. So we can always see, not that we get anything that exciting. We get Viking stuff almost every day, but for important things.
Right. The third area is certainly one that all slow travelers have to deal with, and that's going to be the medical aspect. And there's a lot of little subpoints to this. First thing we did about 2 weeks ago, we did go to our local Tarrant County Health Service and talk to them about all the places we are going and what they would advise in terms of shots and pills.
Our doctor had told us about it, and I'm going to just tell you, Mike and I were super impressed. It was impressive. So we made an appointment. I called, walked in. We filled out the paperwork of every single country, and then basically it was education for an hour and a half. We were pulled into a nurse's office. She went through every country, what we're at risk at, and then actually compared our medicines to the shots and to the pills and different things like that. Because Mike is on different medicines than I am. I was super impressed. Go ahead and talk about how much it costs.
Well, it did come with a cost, and we ended up paying for typhoid, and Sue got a couple shots there. Because I was still working in it, and the way my insurance works, I actually had to go to the pharmacy to get my shots, which I did the following day. And I had never used public health in my life, and I always thought that was kind of for the underclass, maybe. And we found out this is a wonderful, wonderful service. It was just as nice as our private doctor, and I could not have been more impressed. And it cost us $320, and most of that was for typhoid. And I was like, oh.
Mike thought we were taking the pills for 10 days, and it's 4 pills. And that was better for us. It actually lasts for 5 years, which I didn't know. But 4 pills every other day. And I'm going to tell you, it did make us feel a little woozy. And it was better to take it at night. $40 a day, right? $40 per pill. Yeah.
Yeah. So that part of it, you depends on where you're going. On your initial slow travel, you want to make sure that you have the appropriate shots. We're going to Africa, and that's what really spawned this for us. Getting your medication taken care of has been an ordeal. The doctor will write you the script. You can do a vacation override. We ask for that. And then, of course, insurance gets involved, and they're not as generous as one would like them to be.
So I had to call. My insurance is a little different than his. He's joining mine now that he's retired. But I thought it would be best to switch to, I like my local schmokel pharmacy, but I switched to CVS. And so I had a new pharmacist. He actually called I called to get the override, and then he had to call. But I'm so glad we made our appointments 2 weeks ahead of time, because literally Mike just got his final stuff 3 days ago.
Right. And so we have our first slow travel is 143 days. We have enough medication for that entire time. The only thing I was not able to get was I'm on this Libra 3. It's a little thing you put right here, and then it monitors my blood glucose. So I'll have to get that in another country. The next aspect of this is going to be making sure you have international medical insurance. And we both have medical insurance here in the United States, in the state of Texas, but out of area can cause a lot of problems. One, getting it paid. Two, they'll say, oh, this is too expensive, even though it's not expensive comparatively. So we're getting a company called Safety Wings. Sue will have an account, I'll have an account, and that's how we're going to handle our medical insurance in case, and it's really just catastrophic type events.
But I feel way more comfortable doing that. Absolutely. I don't think I would go away this long without having it. So for sure.
And my part B, I wasn't sure if I was going to get medication or not. So my part B was to look up doctors in places that we're going. And I knew Thailand had great medical tourism, and I found a doctor there. I found a diabetic clinic there. I also learned that a lot of my pills are over the counter, at least according to ChatGPT, which is my favorite
I Googled too. So
AI.
yeah, for sure.
So you want to make sure you have doctors and look up places in the countries that you're going to be in, just in case something does happen and you need to see a doctor.
And our doctor was pretty clear. He's like, Susan, just call, and I'll call in wherever I need to call. So making that communication is open.
So this is certainly one of the major ordeals as you're getting ready to leave is getting your medical situation all situated. And I know this comes up a lot in slow travel, retirement travel, international travel. And so we wanted to kind of go in depth on this. The next one is number 4 is banking and credit cards. And this was actually pretty
That
easy.
was one of the easiest things because I'm going to tell you the last 2 weeks have been, and a lot of this stuff you can't do until the last 2 weeks. But yeah, banking and credit cards.
Right. So our last
easier.
episode is we talk about the 3 must-have keeper cards that we're going to have. We also got a Charles Schwab account because with Schwab, if the country that you're in or the bank that you're pulling money out for cash charges a fee, Schwab will reimburse that, and then Schwab doesn't have any fees on their side. So it's a way to save some money each and every month. And then what we're going to do is we'll have the credit cards we're using at a point in time, and then we'll turn off every other credit card we have, except maybe one other one. And then the final area is phones. And we have gone back and forth. And she's laughing because I spent about 5 hours yesterday getting this all situated. And
So we did, I think on another video we said, we bought a phone outright. For me, we're paying about $100 a month through Verizon. I'll go ahead and say it, for international. We've got it all so I can get a hold of my mom, the girls, we can FaceTime, we've got everything mapped. So we've got one phone that has all the bells and whistles.
the same bells and whistles we have here.
Yes.
And the thing here is yes, I know there is like WhatsApp, Line.
We know all those. Yeah.
We know all about that, but with her mother, giving a phone call is the way she grew up with, and that's the other thing I have found. And just like we said with mail, this was all something new to us, and our daughter's like, yeah, we've done that for years. So this is just going to work and give us peace of mind so that we can get a hold of Sue's mom just like we normally do. My experience was a lot different, and I've been on AT&T for years, and I want to go to the 55 plus plan, which was no problem. And as part of that process, I asked them, is there anything else available that is cheaper? And oh, no, we're giving you the best deal possible.
And going to phone stores is horrible.
It was.
Yes.
And then I was watching Clark Howard, and if you're someone who likes to save money, you want to watch Clark Howard. He's awesome. And I think it's clark.com is his website. And he started talking about AT&T's Build Your Plan. And I was like, okay.
How cool is
let's
that?
Let's go check this out.
Let's build a plan.
Starts at $15. The plan I wanted would be $20 a month. And so we went over there yesterday, and it was a cluster. And
to say the least.
This is just an online thing. So then I go home, get online, and go all the way through. I'm on hold for a while because here was the deal. I could do it, but I would have to change my number. I didn't want to change my number because it's the number I've had for 15 years. So I had it out with AT&T, and I'm like, you are making this.
Well, and they would have cut the deal if you were a new customer.
Right.
But not an existing customer, which is ridiculous.
Right. So I ended up getting Tello. I'm going to pay $25 a month. I keep my phone. I keep my phone number. I get unlimited text messages, unlimited data, and then I get 300 minutes a month for phone calls. And that includes within 60 countries. And the countries we're going to are part of that. So these are the things that, we're going to be 10,000 miles away. We don't want a problem on the home front where there's not a lot we can do about it. And likewise, I don't want to be in the middle of whatever country and not able to have medication or be able to get medication easily. The mail service, what if I get a summons to serve on a jury? We also I took a partial lump sum option, and that check has to be mailed to me before I can then turn around and mail it to the company.
So many little things.
Just a lot of little things that come up, but these are the 5 most important. So, as you think about your travel, make sure you take care of these little things. There's nothing sexy about it, but these are the things that are going to make or break your trip. I am Mike.
And I'm Sue, and this is the last time you'll see us from our kitchen.
Yes, it is.
So follow along with Phase 2 Travel.